Hey guys, how's it going? Ryan, Rick's Death Metal. This is a little different format of video for me. Uh, we're just gonna mess with some pedals here. I've been entertaining the idea or experimenting with the idea of doing a pedal board only rig for my band Gorthauer, my black metal band, which you may or may not have heard of by now. Uh, so I don't know if this will necessarily be the layout when we start to book gigs, but at least for rehearsals, practices, and just me sitting here at home practicing. I like the idea of just having you know, just a pedal rig as opposed to having to drag out everything. Like I've got an orange 212 cabinet at the rehearsal space that I keep there. So showing up with just a guitar and a pedal board is pretty nice. Today we're going to be running through. We got the old trusty Marshall Mode 4 cab, the MF400, the Celestion 100-watt speakers, SM57 that my bass player Dresden's let me borrow right now because we all need a good 57. I'm not using the rack at all. So to run the Marshall cab, I'm going to be using the higher power amp pedal from This Heavy Earth. It's a 60 watt Class D power amp that fits on your pedal board. And then the main tone is going to be coming from this guy here. This is the Hydra, which is just a straight up clone of a Friedman BE Deluxe, BEOD Deluxe. The basically two Friedman BEODs stacked on top of each other. Let me get that better camera angle here. There we go. It looks like a lot of knobs, but it's really the top row's a channel, the bottom row's a channel, and identical controls. Channel 2 does have more gain, it can be a little bit tighter, which is mainly what I'm going to be playing on today. To the right of that, this shiny guy here is a Peacekeeper from Thorpe Effects out of England. First time messing with anything from Thorpe. When I first got this, actually when I was shopping between this and the Dane, Thorpe contacted me, and super nice guy, very helpful. Um, for reference sake, this is sort of in the ballpark of a Klon Centaur, but definitely his own take on it, and sounds different from other Klon clones that I've tried. Love the design of it. And I've got post the BE. I have an EQ pedal. This is a 6-band EQ, the Toxic Presence from Void Manufacturing, my buddy Joe. Kind of collabed on the cool cool run of these green boys here because I love my green, obviously. I think he just sold out of another run, but great, great EQ that focuses on the mid range. If you want total control over your mid range, this is the thing for you. Works as awesome as a lead boost, but honestly, running this in the front or in the loop of an amp can get you cool results. I know he recommends running it in the loop of a tube head, which definitely you can hear the most drastic differences that way. Running it post a preamp pedal like this is kind of like running it in the effects loop of an amp. So still pretty drastic changes. But honestly, you could run this in the front of an amp too, and just use it like you would an overdrive. If you use an overdrive, kind of like here, where you're not getting much gain, but you're using the volume just to goose the input of the front end, and then some EQ tone shaping. I mean, this basically like kicks the crap out of your stock TS9, you know? From there, just running into a noise gate. This is the ball gag from Michael Klein Audio. I'm just doing the two inputs right now. This thing works best if you do a 4-input routing, but I just didn't want to mess with it. From there, going into the Void from Void Manufacturing, and I'm just using that for a really cool analog delay. It also, just the way this is designed, kind of gives it like a little bit of a volume boost too. Perfect for solos. And from there into the power amp. All right, enough talking. Let's see here. So this is just the power amp, obviously. So no tone, no EQ, no distortion, no nothing. Oh, hang on. Which actually doesn't sound too bad for just like some clean tones. Yeah, got a cool sound. All right, let's play with some gain here. I'm just going to go ahead and go straight to channel. Well, here we go. I'll let you hear channel 1. Very dynamic, a little bit boomy. All right, here's the gain. This is what y'all came for. Yeah, which this channel 2 is the top row, by the way. So as you can see, I don't have the tight knob or the gain up very high at all, which we can change that. Yeah, a lot drier. I mean, to me that's a great sound. Just for reference sake, let's hear it with the boost now. And I've got the settings pretty mild here. Gain's pretty low. Volume I have turned up a bit. Hang on. Yeah, gain's fairly low. Volume's up a good bit. Presence and treble, noon-ish. Bass I roll off just a little bit because the Friedman stuff inherently is like very bottom heavy. So this is what it sounds like boosted. Automatically more saturated, right? Yeah, sounds great. We could be done just with that, you know. Just as a lead boost, it's how I kind of have this dialed in. I have this dialed in to be a little bit more, mid forward, brighter, kind of upper midi. You'll hear it. So this is what it sounds like without it. Oop. And there's a good volume boost, and being more mid forward, it's going to cut through a good bit more. Hearing it just as like a lead. Yeah, if it's one thing that Joe is really good at is creating pedals that inspire what he would refer to as "quote unquote" ripping leads. Yeah, I love that thing. Either one of these pedals, I would kick on and just immediately get inspired for like the fastest, craziest solo. Uh, Not that I'm really all that great of a shredder, but it's a lot of fun to pretend. So just to hear what this delay sounds like, and also the volume boost that comes with it. So yeah, pretty good jump there. Yeah, there's a lot going on there. So I might turn. So yeah, um, truth be told, fell behind on doing some videos here, so really just kind of wanted to showcase off a handful of pedals that I've acquired here in the last few months, and might as well do it all together at the same time, right? So just for another quick recap, here is the Hydra slash Friedman by itself. Oop. And boosted. Yeah, pretty happy with this tone. Of course, everything's subject to change, right? We're always swapping stuff out, but this is just what was inspiring me today. Still very kind of at its core a very Marshall kind of flavor, but especially once let's do this. Let's just turn the gain and everything up a bit. So yeah, go ahead and go check out all these companies: This Heavy Earth, Void Manufacturing, Michael Klein Audio Design, Heretic Effects. I don't even, did I even say Jeremy's? Heretic Effects built this for me. And then, which they actually also sponsor my band as well as this channel. So yeah, Heretic Effects and Thorpe Effects, all really, really cool companies, all ran by really awesome dudes. So with that, this has been a really poorly put together video, and I hope you all enjoyed me just messing around and playing with a bunch of toys. All right, thank you guys. See ya.